My name is Steve, and I'm a Rickaholic. So folks, welcome back once again to Rickenbacker Anonymous. Just got home from work, ready to record. This is a monumental day. It's going to be my first unboxing. I'm told unboxing videos are huge on YouTube. Let's see if that's true. Meanwhile, bit of housekeeping here. I got a couple of comments on the YouTube link from the last episode, which has done quite well, by the way. Thank you. Let's see, I'll get those out of the way real quick here. In the first place, I forgot to put the link to the 330 that I had for sale. Swift. But I managed to rectify that, and the guitar sold in 2 days anyway. So, thumbs up. Let's see. Stephen Johnson said, "Well done, Steve, but 2 omissions regarding the 330 versus 360. And a couple of people called me out on this, but Stephen Johnson was the first. I completely forgot to mention that 360s have bound fingerboards, and I completely forgot to mention the Rico Sound stereo output jack that's only found on 360s and 370s and so forth, and not on standard models such as the 330. So I apologize for that. It's complete oversight. Let's see. Peace, love, and little donuts. Irwin said, "Great post. Sounded great with headphones on." I'd like to point out, I can agree. It sounded great, except for the opening, which will forevermore be known as the Industrial Ministry opening. Somehow I had the gain entirely cranked, and it came out sounding like 1993 Ministry. I have no idea how. I still don't know what I did. But I'm going to check much closer in the future here to make sure that all my audio throughout is at a good level before I release anything. So sorry if you had headphones on and certainly heard this. So let's see. Steve Rock 67 said, "Excellent breakdown. Looking forward to more." Right on. Landell Calrissian, who I wasn't aware watched this show. Howdy there, Lando. Wants to know, when can we do a face-to-face comparison of a RIC 325 with a RIC 350? Well, that's a mighty tall order, given the fact that a RIC 325 these days is going for about $3,500, and a 350 somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,500. So when I've got an extra $6,000 laying around and I'm feeling froggy, I'll just jump and we'll have that comparison. But in all actuality, a couple of people have mentioned 325s. It's a ubiquitous model for Rickenbacker, of course. John Lennon, I mean, he put the company on the map. And let's be frank, there's really no good reason apart from supply and demand that 320s and 325s cost so damn much when they were meant to be short scale student models, no binding, no fancy fingerboard inlays, no stereo output. There's no good reason apart from the fact that they can ask so much money for them, that they do ask so much money for them. There's very little there that is any farther up the food chain than a 330, but it is what it is. Where's the reverb link? Yeah, I know. Dan Pushkar said good job, or great job in fact, so thank you, Dan. And Frank Biondo said nice job. Thank you much. Rick 12 String said nice job in the presentation. Glad to see that you've relaxed a little bit more before the camera. I'm doing all right. Said, I own a 36012 V64. Would be curious to hear a comparison of the differences between it and the 36012 C63. Now it so happens that my dear friend and bandmate, Jonathan, has either one or the other. I'm not sure which he has. You'll have to let me know, Jonathan. So that is something that is feasible in the future. If I can get Jonathan over here with his, and I'll just have to pick up the other that he doesn't have. I understand there's some differences with bracing and some small details besides. So I'd be curious to know that myself. Let's see. Nighthawk Run said, according to George, a Rickenbacker 12 string is easy to tune when you're drunk. I think I could go either way with that. I could see where he would say that, but on the other hand, I could see where maybe not. So So there's that. So that's the comments from YouTube. We also got a couple of comments from the new Facebook group, which if you haven't joined, go on and Rickenbacker Anonymous Facebook group. Check it out. We've gotten a surprising number of people joined already, which is great. Really looking forward to things, happening with this channel. So, and let's see, what were some of the suggestions? People wanted to see basses, and that's doable in the future. I've actually done more gigs playing bass than any other instrument, although I don't consider myself a bass player. Again, some requests for comparisons of the different pickups, which is definitely coming. In fact, the guitar that I bought, that we're going to be unboxing today, was bought specifically with that in mind. I'm going to have to get my friend Tom on board. It's good to have friends. He is going to bring a couple of guitars over where we can have a, not exactly apples to apples comparison, but as close as I can get without shelling out an exorbitant amount of money. And we're going to hear the differences in at least very similar models between a Toaster pickup, a high gain, and a Rickenbacker HP1 humbucker. So stay tuned for that. Without any further ado, this was waiting on my doorstep today, and I was excited to get home and get a look at it. So let me get this stool out of the way. And this is coming to us from Warsaw, Indiana. Let me back up here. So this is sealed. I haven't touched it yet. Giddy like a schoolgirl. All right, so I've got my scissors and I've got my miniature box opener. Careful not to cut myself. It would not be the first time. Let's see here. It's funny, for having watched dozens of unboxing videos on other channels, I've never filmed myself unboxing anything. Although, truth be told, it's actually a really good idea to do so whether you have a channel or not, for insurance purposes. If something showed up damaged. This was bought through Reverb, and in my experience, Reverb does a really great job of protecting you if there's damage in shipping, whether you're the buyer or the seller. And keeping track of the packaging and what you've had is kind of critical for that end. Got a bit of bubble wrap here. Now, this is a little bit distressing that apart from that bit of bubble wrap and a tiny bit at the bottom, there's literally, stand up you, no other padding in this box. Personally, I would have gone with a larger box, wrapped all the way around the case, but we're going to hope against hope that it showed up in good condition. You'll find out at the same time I do. Let's slide the stool forward here. Let's get a look at what we have. Now, I haven't owned one of these, or even anything from this family, since the early 90s. So here we go. Let's take a look in the case here. We've got another of these lovely bumper stickers. This all looks to be, this is sealed, or at least taped. Let's see. This is pretty complete. We've got the case keys, which are still stapled shut. A nice fresh Rickenbacker polishing cloth that's never been opened. Both of the adjustment hex keys. The guitars and basses. Would this be the warranty card? Let's see. Whatever it is, I can't get it apart. Yes, the original warranty registration card, which was never filled in or sent. Guitar and bass care and maintenance manual. That's a new one on me. Oh, nice. Well, pictures. Okay, well, I'd call that fairly complete. I know you want to see what it is. I'm going to make you wait. I can tell you right now, it sure looks nice, though. All right, let's get all this back in the package here. Okay, what else did we have in the case? A sticker from Will Cut Guitars. Apparently that's what this was initially bought from. James Adkins, president, Will Cut Guitars. Oh, this is nice. This is to certify that this instrument has been thoroughly set up and inspected by Bob Wilcutt and has met his strict requirements for maximum playability and musical enjoyment. Nice. And this 9717 Rickenbacker model 620, and it's actually signed. Likewise, it's been my privilege to carefully and securely pack your item, packed by Gideon Maki. So we know who the person I bought it from before me. I didn't buy this from Wilcutt. And interesting, his original invoice. Wow, he took a loss. Thank you. All right, so what do we have here? Let's pull it out. Oh, it's nice and light. Clasp this down. This is a lovely Mapleglo model 620. Wow. And when he described it as being basically dead mint, I have to say he wasn't joking. 16. So this is indeed a 2016. This is absolutely beautiful. Perfect condition, not even any buckle worming, nothing whatsoever. In fact, I'll move my buckle over so I won't be the first to worm it. Let's see, is it even in tune? It's even in tune. That says a lot, it showed up in tune. So this guy traveled in right around freezing temperatures from Warsaw, Indiana to me here in Nashville. Took about 4 days and it showed up in tune. Color me impressed. Thank you, UPS. So this lovely 620 is going to be a part of a comparison video that's going to be coming up soon. And it's like I mentioned, it'll be one that'll include my friend Tom. Wow, this will be hard to let go of, assuming I decide to. But of course I will. The same reason I let go of the 330, so that I could buy this. I'm at a point now where it's one in, one out, so that I can keep up with new stuff for the show. So at some point in time, this gorgeous thing is going to wind up for sale right here on this show and on my Reverb site. So, boy, am I excited about this. I have a gig this weekend in Knoxville, and this guy may well be coming with me, so I can give a genuine assessment of how it works in the field. And wow, this is beautiful. So anyway, this is going to be a rather short bit of a video here, but I thought you'd want to see this, and it's gorgeous and wow, breathtaking. I'm speechless, which is, to be frank, odd for me. So anyway, until next time, this is your man Steve with Rickenbacker Anonymous, telling you to stay tuned, stay cool, and chime on. Catch you next time.